Hi, I wanted to make a video for anyone who is interested in publishing through Amazon, using KDP, how to get started doing that process, and how to upload. So this video, I'm going to actually walk you through uploading to Amazon KDP and publishing your book, getting it ready for sale. So at this stage, you have already written your book. So here we go. I hope you enjoy. Give this video a like and a thumbs up. Follow me for more tips. So to get started, you want to go to Amazon KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing. So this is actually not showing here, but it's kdp.amazon.com. And this, we're actually in my bookshelf. So once you publish your first book with Amazon, you'll have a bookshelf. And when you scroll down, you'll be able to see all of the books that you published. And then it'll also tell you, whether or not your book is live, how much you're selling it for. This is also where you can go to make any edits or changes. If you have a sale and you want to change your pricing, stuff like that. So to get started, you are on this page, the bookshelf with KDP. You can choose to publish an ebook or to publish a paperback book. So this book, I'm going to make paperback. So you're going to click the plus button for paperback. And then you're going to choose your language. I'm going to leave mine in English. The book title. So the name of the book that we are uploading, and I created this using Publisher. So the name of the book that we're uploading, we're going to upload this one, and I'm going to actually just name it, I'm going to list it as Crushing My Fitness Goals. And then for the subtitle, we'll do one donut at a time. Haha, it's supposed to be funny. No pun intended. So we will go back to Amazon, put that in there. And then it is not going to be part of a series. If you were doing a series type of book, then you could add the series details here. And then it lets you know whether or not areas are optional. If it's optional, for instance, with edition number, I'm just going to leave that blank. This is where you put the author's information in. And if you want to list your middle name on your book, you can. If anyone helped you make your book, you can also list them here. If you have any credits or contributors. And then if you want to put a description in, you can do so. I'm going to put a small description in here. And then I did write this book solely on my own, so therefore I do own the copyright and hold my necessary publishing rights. So you'll want to select that if you have done the same. And then you can list keywords here. They're optional. So this is a fitness dieting type of book. So I'm going to list some keywords that people may search for that will help them to locate my book. So it's a journal. It's about fitness, dieting. Oh, I can't type. Losing weight. Bikini prep. Oh, what else? Health, wellness. And then you can also choose categories. So when you select this, you can pick the category that you want your book to be located in. fiction, nonfiction, juvenile, fiction, nonfiction, comics, education, literary. I'm just going to put non-classifiable for now. It's a journal, so um, it's not really a book. And then if you want to print your book in large print, you can do so. And then does this book contain language or anything that is not appropriate for people under 18? Mine does not, so I'm going to select no. And then you can save it as a draft or you can save and continue. Save successful. On this page, so you just want to make sure again that you've typed everything correctly. That's why I copied and paste. And it's telling you whether or not you want to get a free ISBN or if you have your own. I normally just have them assign me one. You can purchase your own ISBN. It's just a little longer of a process. So for me, I just prefer to just allow Amazon to supply that for me. And then the date that your book was first published. This one has not yet been published, so today will be the date. And you can choose the ink and paper type. It'll also kind of, so if you see here, you've got black and white interior with cream paper, black and white with white paper, standard color interior with white paper, premium color interior with white paper. The pricing of your book can slightly vary based on what you choose here. For instance, in color is normally a little more expensive. So if you go here, it'll kind of let you know printing cost varies depending on the page count, how many pages are in your book, and the type of ink that you use. Your trim size, bleed settings, and cover finish do not affect your printing cost. So how many pages are in your book, whether or not you use black or color, both have a determining factor in the price of your book. So I normally just do black and white paper with black and white ink because it's normally the most cost efficient. So that's what I'm going to do here. But if you are publishing a picture book or something like that, you may want to select a color interior with, white paper or the premium color interior with white paper. So I am just going to go with black and white interior with white paper for this book. And then the trim size that I used for this book is 6x9, which is the average size. I did do some research to find out what the average book size was and stuff like that for the types of books that I write and publish. And 6x9 is what I ended up going with. I'm going to do no bleed and a matte paper cover finish. I actually like that. I've already published a few books with the matte finish and they look perfectly fine. If you want to do glossy, you can, but I go with matte. And then upload your manuscript. So I have my manuscript here. I'm going to, let's see, ensure that I saved it because I did make some changes to it. And I, again, created that using Microsoft Publisher. It's fairly easy, even if you're not familiar with Publisher, and I'll make another video on that. So I'm going to upload here. I'm going to go to Cover Creator. And I'm going to, this is a big type of cover. This is a journal that people will be carrying around them. They may not really want everyone to know what it is or what it's about. So that's why I did change the name a little bit from what I initially was going to name it. And I've also changed my idea on the cover as well, just to keep it more discreet. So I'm just going to kind of browse the image library and see if there's anything kind of generic on here that goes along with what the book is about. Mm. Just kind of scrolling through to see if anything kind of stands out. And this is not really what I'm going for, so I'm going to pick, kind of just go through this list here to see what backgrounds suit my book well based on what I'm trying to do. So I've decided to go with this image just because it's kind of generic. It's not really geared towards male, female, or it doesn't really have, you know, a lot of pictures or anything like that. So I'm going to go with this one. And you see here, it automatically kind of populates different options for what your book will look like when you're done with it. So you can kind of see what you want your cover to look like. You can scroll left or right to see other ideas. So I like this one the most. I'm going to go with this design. And then once you've selected your design, you can still edit it. So for instance, I don't really want my name on the front since this is a journal. I feel like that if there was a name on it, it should be the person's name who has purchased it. So I'm taking my name off. And you can also make changes to this information back here if you wanted to add text, or if you wanted to add a picture, you could do so. Your barcode is going to appear here, so they're just letting you know that's where your barcode will be. I want the back to be blank, so I am not going to add anything there. Unfortunately, you will have a square here if you don't add a picture. So I'm going to choose a picture to place here so that there's not an empty square on the book. Okay, so once you have selected your picture, you've made any changes here that you want to make, you are then ready for the next step. So I see here it's got the name of the book, the title. I'm going to edit this. And I want to make it to select it. You can just Control Shift left arrow. I'm actually going to make it small. Oh, that's too small. Center. Never wanted to go all the way to the right. And just kind of play around with it to see what it looks like. Okay, so we've got the name of the book, author, Crush My Fitness Goals, one donut at a time. Oh, it's putting it here too. Why? I want to make it really small in the front. And then, how come it won't let me move it? It won't let me drag it anywhere, guys. Well, I think it's small enough to where it's not too eye-catching or whatever on the front cover. So I'm going to leave that for now, and I'll see how my author's copy looks. So I'm going to leave this the way that it is, and I'm going to preview because I want to make sure everything's lined up properly and everything looks good before I move forward. I also want to make sure I'm not getting any errors. Occasionally you can get errors based on where you've placed things. They could be out of line. So I'm going to preview this just to make sure everything's looking good. And so that looks good. No issues here. Thinking about taking that out because it is kind of distorted. So let me go back to Style and Edit. So I just clicked the back button for Style and Edit. And I'm going to take that out. And then preview. Let's see what this looks like. You want to make sure that your book looks good and kind of an eye-catching, because unfortunately people do judge a book by its cover. All right, so crushing my fitness goals. That looks pretty good. It's kind of discreet. I like it. So I'm going to save and submit. Okay, perfect. So I need to make some changes. So the cover has been saved. So what it was saying is, I did make some changes. I may want to make some changes to my manuscript. So I'm going to update my manuscript. So I'm going to go to upload again. And I'm going to find my new manuscript that I just fixed because we changed the title. Save successful. We're good there. There's the cover. So then I'm going to launch my book preview. Okay, so the book has uploaded and it's giving me an error. It's saying that my trim size is different from what was uploaded. So what you can do so in my publisher file, I had it set for the correct trim size, but then when I converted that over to PDF, your normal PDF size is, 12 by 8 or whatever. So I'm going to select to have them try to scale the file to match the book's trim size. And it's telling me to hover over to learn more. Check the information to make sure that it matches what I'm wanting it to be. So I'm just kind of scrolling through what is here. And I'm going to scroll through the pages. So, we've already looked at the cover and the back page. No, this is not what I'm looking for at all. So I'm going to have to do it again. No. So I'm going to go to Publisher, File. I'm going to do a file print. Let's see if I can do a file print and fix this problem that we're having. So scroll down a little bit so you can see what I'm doing here. So I'm going to file print to PDF. And the paper size that I have selected, it went away, come back, no. Is 5.8 by 8.2. This is the paper size that I want. Why? Because this is the size that I set my publisher up for, and is also the size that my book is going to be. 6x9. So that means this will fit within the 6x9 range. And I'm going to print. Ensure that you have it as printing with color. If you want to kind of just scroll through. Oh no, what's going on here? Why? Okay, I fixed that. So apparently it was on tiled. I don't know why. But I just changed it over to 1 page per sheet. And now I'm seeing, my sheet size is going to be the correct size. It's going to be in color. I see that here. And when I scroll through, that was supposed to be blank. This is centered, nice and neat. Wording is looking good. Yay. All right. So we're going to print this, printing it to PDF. So, and I've done this a couple of times, and I tell you, I don't think there's been one time not had to make an edit. So I am kind of glad that we've run into these issues, and I'm leaving them in the video just in case any of you happen to run into the same types of issues. You will be able to fix them. So the PDF has saved. I am going to exit preview, bottom right. Load this thing one more time. Hopefully this is the last time, but you never know. Cross your fingers. So here we go. We are uploading. Uploaded successfully. Everything's good. We made some changes. Yes, we did. We're going to preview. Okay, so it has uploaded. And there's another error. Oh no. Okay. So we're just going to kind of see what they're talking about here. So this image is outside the margins. What are you referring to? Let's go see. I mean, this is over that they provided. All right. So you see this little triangle up here? This is saying, hey, look, you've got something to check over here. So it's saying, I thought it just gave me a message. Okay, here we go. All text must be completely inside the guides. If content is supposed to extend past the edge, make sure there are no white gaps. This is actually not going to pose an issue. So if there is a way to leave this, I'm going to leave it because it's not really messing anything up. It's not like words are running off the pages. It's just a picture. So if Amazon will allow me to leave that, I'm going to. Let's just see if there's anything else. Everything's within. So all of these should be good because they're all the same page. So there should not be any issues there. So the only one is this one, and I'm going to see if they will allow me to just move forward with it. So in the bottom right, you can't see it on this video, but there is a exit previewer and there's also an approve button, and they won't let me approve it. Well, so here's how you fix that issue. You're going to have to re-upload again. So I'm going here and I've got this background picture that apparently is not going to work. Let's see here. Won't let me. I'm going to see if there's a way around this. So I'm just going to save and continue and see if they allow me to do so. Let's see. No. Preview and approve first. Okay. So I'm gonna have to fix that picture. Darn it, sometimes you can sometimes there's loopholes or ways around things, but they are not playing on this one. So we're gonna have to figure out how to fix that issue. Okay, so I ended up just taking that picture out altogether because it's not really necessary anyways, and it was causing me too many problems with publishing. So if you see here now, when I scroll through, the picture's no longer there, and everything is looking good. It's lined up properly. There are no errors. I see no errors up here. When I scroll through here, I don't see any errors. Everything looks good. So we're ready. All right, so in the bottom right, you'll see an approve button. So you'll click on that approve button, and you'll be telling them that you have reviewed and you everything in your book looks proper and good and it's all ready to go. And then now you'll see down here in your summary, it's going to tell you what your printing cost should be based on your book and where you're selling it, what Amazon location, the UK, France, etc., Japan. So this gives you an idea of what the cost is going to be in order to print your book. We're going to save and continue. We're almost there. All right, so I'm going to put this book in all territories worldwide. And the primary marketplace, I'm going to choose Amazon.com. And then here you can put the price that you want to sell your book for, and then it'll give you all these other items over here. So just for example, let's say I sell this list for $9.99. It's going to calculate for me and tell me this is the cost, this is the royalty. So if I do sell this book at $9.99, then I will make $3.84 off of that particular book. And by me placing the price here, it automatically placed that same price in proper currency on all of the other locations that I have selected for it to also be displayed in. I am actually going to place this book at $14.99. And it just recalculated everything for me here. So you can play around with it, change it if you like. Why is there nothing there? Ah, there we go. Perfect. All right, and then you can request a printed proof of the book if you choose. And it says when the status goes to live, you'll be able to order author copies if you want to do that. It can take up Okay, so once you have uploaded your book, it will bring you back to this main page where we started. So you'll see this is the page that we started on, where we selected the type of book we were going to upload. And if you scroll down, we now see our book. So our book is sitting here, it's in review. Again, you know, it can take 72 hours for the review process, and then once the review process has been completed, the book will then be live. So if you look down here, this is a live book. So this will change once the book goes live. If you do want to make any changes to pricing later on down the road or anything like that, you also do that here. So once the book is live, you can order your author copies. If you click here, this is where you can edit your content, your pricing, etc. So you can do all the edits here once the book has been published live. If you want to unpublish your book for any reason, you can also do that here as well. So I really hope that this was helpful for you, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and good luck with your publishing.